Hare Krishna, please accept my humble obeisances. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devidasi from Texas College Station, welcoming all of you to Bhakti Sangha conference call. I thank all of you for attending this session. Please forgive me for interrupting your ecstatic chanting. I would like to read the 10 offenses to the holy name which are to be avoided, written by Srila Vyasadeva in Padma Purana. 1. To blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their life for propagating the holy name of the Lord. Second, to consider the name of demigods like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal or to be independent of the name of Lord Vishnu. Third, to disobey the order of the spiritual master. Fourth, to blaspheme the Vedic scriptures or scriptures in pursuance to the Vedic version. 5. To consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be an imagination. 6. To give some interpretation to the holy name of the Lord. 7. To commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. 8. To consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in Vedas as fruitive activity Karma Kanda. 9. To instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. 10. To not to have a complete faith in chanting of the holy name and to maintain material attachment even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to achieve the desired success of Krishna Prema. Once again, I thank everyone for joining today's Bhakti Sangha conference call. Before we move on to the next part of the session, which is Srimad Bhagavatam class, may I know who all joined this morning?
हरे कृष्ण विनीता गंधर्विका माता जी दंडवत प्रणाम शिला प्रभुपाद की जय गुरु महाराज की जय प्रीतिदास from Charlotte. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Preeti Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining every day and giving your session. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. And all the glories to the assembled devotees. This is Manjri Leela Devidasi from Naperville. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Manjari Leela Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for every day joining and chanting so nicely. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, is there anybody who would like to introduce themselves? Please go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and all the assembled devotees. This is Indulekha Karna Devidasi from Akron.
Hare Krishna, Indulekha Karuna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining. From which place you said, Mataji?
Elkon Mataji.
Okay, I thought you said Atlanta. I was thinking why Mataji is saying Atlanta.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam to you and all Vaishnava. Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev ki jai. Vrinda.
Hare Krishna, Vrinda Gopika Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining and giving your session. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Is there anybody who would like to introduce themselves?
Hare Krishna Vinita Gandharvika Mata ji. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. My humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. This is Krishna Kumari Devidasi from Raleigh. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Kumari Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining and giving your session every single day. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to all the assembled devotees, all glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga. This is Sundarangi Radha Devidasi from Canada.
Hare Krishna, Sundarangi Radha Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining every day and giving your session. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna, is there anybody who would like to introduce themselves?
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, Dandavat Pranam to you and all the devotees. All glories to Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj, all glories to assembled devotee. This is Mohini Lakshmi from Detroit.
Hare Krishna, Mohini Lakshmi Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. Thank you, Mataji, for joining every day, giving your session. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dhanvat Pranams, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and the assembled devotees. This is Revati from Atlanta, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Revati Mataji, please accept my humble obeisance. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining, and nice to hear your sweet voice this morning, Mataji. Welcome to the call. Hare Krishna, everyone. Welcome to Bhakti Sangha conference call. Today, we are very fortunate to have His Grace Ramgiridhari Prabhuji to enlighten us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th canto, 15th chapter, verse number 5 and 6. Before I hand over the call to Prabhuji, I request Sundarangi Radha Mataji, please to take over and give a brief introduction.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Today we are so fortunate to have His Grace Ramgiridhari Prabhuji as our speaker today. Here is a brief introduction about Prabhuji. Prabhuji is a disciple of His Holiness Jaiprakash Swami Maharaj. He is practicing Krishna consciousness since 1989. Hails from Srirangam, Tamil Nadu, India. Currently living in Navi Mumbai. He is a trustee in Bhaktivedanta College, Radha Des and Alfred Ford School of Management, Belgium. He is responsible for collecting annual reports from all the ISKCON temples. He has so many preaching centers, Namahatas, and process and maintain the database. This service is under the purview of governing body Council of ISKCON. Prabhuji is a director of North American Institute of Oriental and Classical Studies, NIOS, 10C. Prabhuji is one of the leader of Congregation Development Initiative of ISKCON, Navi Mumbai. Prabhuji organized programs and preached to young children or youths in Mumbai. Prabhuji has a master's degree, MS in software system from Birla Institute of Technology and Science, BITS, Pilani, and Bachelor of Engineering, Electronics and Instrumentation from Anna University, Chennai. Prabhuji is also a co-founder, managing director, and CEO of Gauranga Soft Tech Private Limited, a software development and technology services company since 2007. Prabhuji is also a co-founder and director of Golaka Education, an educational resource development company since 2011. And Prabhuji is also a co-founder and director of Gokula Kids Education, which is an early childhood education initiative of Golaka Education. Thank you, Mataji. This was a brief introduction about Prabhuji. Now I will hand over the call to you, Mataji. Thank you.
Thank
Hare
you,
Krishna.
Mataji, for reading the brief introduction about Prabhuji. We will wait for Prabhu. Prabhu will be joining in a couple of minutes. Is there anybody who would like to introduce themselves in meanwhile? Okay. I will chant. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Prabhuji is there on the call. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for joining this morning and enlightening us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam. I now hand over the call to you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Dhanavad Pranams, all goes to Prabhupada. It's always a pleasure to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam in the Assembly of Vaishnavas. So we will chant some prayers. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Ashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevayam Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. Heading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 7, Chapter 15, text number 5 and 6. Deshe kale cha samprapte muni annam haridaivatam Shaddaya vidvat patre nestam kamaduk akshayam. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. When one gets the opportunity of a suitable, auspicious time and place, one should, with love, offer food prepared with ghee to the deity of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and then offer the prasada to a suitable person, a Vaishnava or a Brahmana. This will be the cause of everlasting prosperity. Text 6. Devarshi Pitru Bhutebhya Atmane Svajanaya cha Annam Sambhavibajan Pashyed Sarvam Tat Purushatmakam. One should offer prasada to the demigods, the saintly persons, one's forefathers, the people in general, one's family members, one's relatives, and one's friends, seeing them all as devotees of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. As mentioned above, it is recommended that everyone distribute prasada, considering every living being a part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. Even in feeding the poor, one should distribute prasada. In Kali Yuga, there is a scarcity of food almost every year, and thus philanthropists spend lavishly to feed the poor. For this, they invent the term Daridra Narayana Seva. This is prohibited. One should distribute sumptuous prasada, considering everyone a part of the Supreme Lord, but one should not juggle words to make a poor man Narayana. Everyone is related to the Supreme Lord, but one should not mistakenly think because one is related to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he has become the Supreme Personality of Godhead Narayana. Such a Mayavada philosophy is extremely dangerous, especially for a devotee. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has therefore strictly forbidden us to associate with Mayavadi philosophers. Mayavadi Bhashya Sunire Haya Sarvanash. If one associates with the Mayavada philosophy, his devotional life is doomed. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakayam Chakshuran Militam Yenam Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Nama Om Vishnu Padayam Krishna Preshtaya Bhutalim Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gauravakta Vrindam Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So this chapter is a very relevant and important one for most of us, especially those who are in the Grahastha Ashrama. Srimad Bhagavatam is a very wonderful and a sublime offering for those who are interested in practicing Krishna consciousness. So, Srimad Bhagavatam as well as Bhagavatas, they are all like Mohini Murti. The reason the word Mohini Murti is associated with Srimad Bhagavatam is, at the time of churning the milk ocean and when Amrita pot came, the demons, they had overpowered and took away the Amrita Kalasha. So finally Mohini Murti, the Lord came as a Mohini avatar, the female form, beautifully bewildering form. And all he did was, he bewildered the demons, took away the nectar and gave it to the demigods. Those who are associating with Srimad Bhagavatam, those who are associating with Bhagavatas with some vested agenda, with some agenda of trying to have some personal benefits achieved, then Bhagavatam will not reveal the necessary secret which otherwise Bhagavatam reveals to a sincere practitioner. Like the way demigods, when they surrendered to the Supreme Lord, how much ever mistakes they may have already been making or they are prone to make, only because of their tendency to surrender to the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, they are given a privilege to stay righteous. They are forgiven. They are shown some secrets which otherwise are not shown to everyone. So when Bhagavatam speaks about these instructions for civilized human beings, that's the name of the chapter. When a normal person reads them, he will take it from a karma kanda perspective. When a person who is trying to achieve punya, he will try to perceive this from acquiring pious results perspective. When somebody is reading them as a practicing devotee, they may try to read them from the perspective of trying to correct one's own practices. When a person reads them as a self-realized soul, they read them from the perspective of performing devotional service to the Supreme Lord for the pleasure of the Lord, from the instructions receiving from Srimad Bhagavatam. Same text, same sets of purports, different outcome. So hence, it is to be understood and noted that Srimad Bhagavatam is Krishna personified, as Krishna reciprocates. Yeyatam mam prapadyante tam stataiva bhajamiham. As Krishna reciprocates according to the mood of the devotee, Srimad Bhagavatam also reciprocates as per the mood of the reader and one who approaches them. So this chapter 14 and 15 of the 7th canto, they are not just some dharmic informations. They are not just some so-called rituals. If we properly approach and read them and study them, we know that those instructions are actually for us to serve the Supreme Lord. With that introduction, I would like to churn this verse number 4, 5 and 6 of 15th chapter of 7th canto through some sets of reflections. Number one and the most important reflection is about Brahmana. The word Brahmana, when we all hear from the perspective in general, in the people who are not proper Bhagavatas, they hear from the perspective of birthright. They hear from the perspective of power. They hear from the perspective of privileges. They hear from the perspective of position. But actually, when we hear the word Brahmana, it is associated with some set of functions. If you are not associating the word Brahmana with some set of functions, but associating with everything else, then it is wrong. Because a person who is to be named as Brahmana, it is based on his function, the activity that he is going to do. If the activity he is going to do is something else, then he has to be named something else. So number one and most important point with respect to this topic on instructions for civilized human beings, one should know that the word Brahmana is somewhat to be properly understood, and they need to be followed very nicely. If a person does not understand the word Brahmana, which is explained in Padma Purana as follows: Satkarma Nipuno Vipro Mantra Tantra Visharadaha Vaishnavo Guru Nashat Vaishnava Swapacho Guruhu. Satkarma Nipuno Vipro. What does the Satkarma Nipuno Vipro means? Vipra means Brahmana. Nipuno means very expert. Satkarma Nipuno Vipraha means one who is very much expert in 6 types of activities: Patan, Patan, Yajan, Yajan, Dana, Pratigraha. So, Satkarma Nipuno Vipro Mantra Tantra Visharadaha. So, Mantra Tantra Visharadaha means one should be very well versed into the activities of the instructions that are given in the Vedic literature. So, Mantraha and Tantraha, they should know to analyze, apply the meaning. He should know his occupational duties, not just superficially. So hence, the Brahmana is a responsible function. Avaishnavo Gurur Nashad. One may even be a learned person, but he may be a Brahmana, but he cannot act as a Guru unless he becomes a Vaishnava. Vaishnava Swapacho Guru. Only a Vaishnava can become a spiritual master. So my first reflection in the current context is, by reading this verse, when one gets the opportunity of a suitable auspicious time and place, one should with love offer food prepared with the ghee to the deity of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Meaning, the primary function of a person who is a Brahmana is to worship and lead his life, keeping Vishnu, Krishna as the center of his life. Satkarma Nipunaha. He may be very expert in 6 types of those businesses. Patan, very well learned. Patan, he will teach others very nicely. Yajan, perform fire sacrifice or yajna. Patan, facilitates others to do that. Giving charity and accepting charity. So being expert there, but does not be a Vaishnava will make him as a very good dharmishta, will make him as a very good person following righteousness. But the word Vaishnava, Brahmana Vaishnava, gets added only when the focus is the Supreme Personality of God. That's why I said same verse. Different people can pick up different words. If you pick up the word Hari Daivatam, then you are a Vaishnava. Which means my life is focused on worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead. If somebody picks up the word Shraddhaya, which means he is a practicing devotee. Yeah, with love and affection. Because in a word, in a statement, in a sloka, you can highlight anything you want. The person, when he is associating with a specific function, what is his prima facie focus? If his prima facie focus is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, then he is a Vaishnava. All the other things are subservient. That is why there is a Kshatriya Vaishnava, there is a Vaishya Vaishnava, there is a Shudra Vaishnava. So, Stri Vaishnavi. So, Vaishnavism is beyond all the materialistic external quotient, and that supersedes every other aspect. But when you associate with some functions, which we definitely have to associate, because the purpose of Varnashrama is to elevate our human existence. Because of our conditioning, we give importance to different things. The Vaishnava gives importance to Hari Daivatam, unto the Supreme Personality of God, Hari. Those who are practicing but still not fully matured, they will think that Shraddhaya, with love and affection, they will think, okay, I should do with love and affection. They will focus on how to build the love and affection. They will focus on the word Vidhivat, which means according to the direction of the spiritual master in Shastra. The person who is Hari Daivatam mode, he is already situated there. I am just trying to dissect this point and saying that how a Brahmana, just by being a Brahmana by designation and function, is not enough, and there is something beyond. Somebody who is a person who is just interested in dharmic results will focus on the word Kamaduk Akshayam, becomes the source of prosperity, everlasting source of prosperity. That will be their motivating factor. And somebody who is a Namke Vast, a so-called formality Brahmana, will focus on the word Samprapte, when available, when opportunity is there. Just imagine how all a person can give importance to certain things. Somebody will say, you see, sir, Prabhu, this sloka very clearly says, when one gets the opportunity of a suitable time, place and circumstances. So he will dwell on that. When I get opportunity, I will do it. Formality Brahmana. Somebody who is interested in results, punya results, they will focus on the word what? Kamaduk Akshayam. Kamaduk Akshayam means everlasting source of prosperity. Oh, yeah, I'm going to get the benefit, so I will do it. A person who is a sincere practicing devotee, he will say, I will go by what my spiritual master is saying, Vidhivat Shraddhaya, Shraddhaya Vidhivat. I will become that person. But one who is a surrendered soul will have all the quotients of a Brahmana, plus he says that his agenda is to somehow or other please the Supreme Personality of Godhead, come what may. So, our first reflection is that when Srila Prabhupada set up this society, International Society for Krishna Consciousness, the key word in this is Krishna. If you all had, known this, Prabhupada was given an offer, suggestion, International Society for God Consciousness. Srila Prabhupada said no, International Society for Krishna Consciousness. So as readers of Srimad Bhagavatam, as students of Srimad Bhagavatam, as sincere practitioners of Srimad Bhagavatam, you should take advantage of Srimad Bhagavatam, which is like a Mohini Murti, trying to bewilder the whole world, that they cannot take advantage. Because in Bhagavad Gita, as well as Bhagavatam, as well as in various Vedic literature, when the Acharya has compiled, they always make a disclaimer. Out of several disclaimers, one of the disclaimer is the verses of Bhagavad Gita or Srimad Bhagavatam or any other Vedic literature cannot be understood by those who are, a fake or a person who are not interested in spiritual practices. That is why the word Guhyatam is associated with these verses. Why it is called Raja Guhyam? Whilst we have several millions of copies of Bhagavad Gita everywhere, why this is called Raja Guhyam? Because a person with formality or materialistic motives or dharmic interest, when they read Bhagavad Gita, they will only focus on those items which is attractive enough for them to get their materialistic results, which anyway Bhagavad Gita can offer. It is not that Bhagavad Gita cannot offer. So when we as a student of Bhagavatam study these verses, we should focus on, yes, I should become a Vaishnava, Brahmana, by worshipping Supreme Personality of Godhead. Worshipping Supreme Personality of Godhead with love. Worshipping Supreme Personality of Godhead with so much of, focus that the Lord is pleased. Whether I get my prosperity or not, whether I get necessary, suitable facilities or not, with love, I will worship Supreme Personality of Godhead. Even if I am suitable person or not, I am in suitable condition, state of or not, everything else can be secondary. With love, Supreme Personality of Godhead, then we are a Vaishnava. So, even though this context is talking about Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, and other things, the word Brahmana, when Prabhupada associated with our ISKCON movement, he meant us to say we should become a Vaishnava and a Brahmana, because as a Vaishnava, we should lead our life keeping Krishna in the center. And as a Brahmana, we should educate the society at large and bring them to the lotus feet of Krishna. That is why Prabhupada used to claim, he used to, Sina Thokya kehte hain Hindi mein. He said, we have formed this Krishna consciousness movement to create first-class society, to create first-class men who can give direction to the society. I have given this example before, but I will once again, remind that here. Srila Prabhupada came to Mathura after his first international outing. When he first left the US, started ISKCON, became a big bang, famous all over the world. So he came to Vrindavan Dham along with some group of white-bodied devotees, Western devotees, boys and girls. So there was a stage program organized. So the stage program, so Srila Prabhupada has made all these boys and girls sit next to him on his side. He is addressing to the audience. Thousands of people are assembled because everybody has come to see these foreigners. And Prabhupada wanted to use that opportunity. He said, you see, this Krishna consciousness movement is a first-class movement creating Brahmanas. I'm just paraphrasing. I'm not exactly repeating what he said. But he was trying to say that these American boys and girls, even if you give them $10,000 bribe and ask them to give up Krishna consciousness, they will not give up. Our training is first class and their lifestyle is as per Srimad Bhagavatam. So all these boys and girls standing next to Srila Prabhupada, they were all smiling and beaming and so very, very happy. Prabhupada is super master stroke, right? So Prabhupada, what he did, he turned towards his boys and girls and said, don't smile too much. Nobody has yet offered you $10,000. So he was, at one instance, he was trying to do two communications. One is how superlative this Krishna consciousness movement is. How superlative this Krishna consciousness process that Srila Prabhupada has given us. And also warned his boys and girls that please be careful. It is your responsibility to search Krishna consciousness within this Krishna consciousness movement, because there is Maya also there amongst us. So my first and foremost reflection is, as a standing instructions for us as a follower of A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, we should learn to search, attach, and somehow or other preach Krishna in all walks of our activities. Learn to search Krishna, attach Krishna in all our activities, and preach about Krishna to make our life meaningful. And by doing that, all the secrets of Srimad Bhagavatam will be revealed as Krishna, as a Mohini Murti. He snatched away the nectar from the demons and gave it to the demigods. Similarly, the revealing secrets of Srimad Bhagavatam is available only to those who have done that part of what we call as Hari Vandanam, those who are surrendered to Krishna, those who are surrendered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Hari Daivatam. Second reflection. Prabhu, we are not there, up there. So let us take ourselves from a practicing devotee standpoint. From a practicing devotee standpoint, what we should remember is that if you really want to be a practicing devotee, we should understand this word opportunity. Samprapte. Samprapte means when available, when opportune moment comes. Shankaracharya uses the word samprapte sannihite kale nahi rakshati dukrinj harane. In this world, nothing is going to rescue us apart from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna's name. So the second reflection that I want to highlight here is about when one gets an opportunity. So I want to use the word opportunity and divide them into three parts. Number one, create opportunity. Number two, avail opportunity. Number three, lose the opportunity. Number two is explained over here, that when we get opportunity, which means we are vigilant, as soon as opportunity comes our way, we act on it. But there is one step above that, which is the stage of a Vaishnava, which is creating opportunity. You look at every great Vaishnava Acharya. They did not wait for opportunity come their way. They created opportunities. Srila Prabhupada created opportunity. Bhakti Vinod Thakur created opportunity. What is creating opportunity means? Creating opportunity means I give importance to my life's mission, which is to glorify the Supreme Lord, and try to play forward, not play back foot. If you know cricket language, in cricket there is a usage called playing front foot and playing back foot. I am creating opportunity, meaning I know time is not in my favor. I know resources are not in my favor. I also know the period, Kali Yuga, is not in my favor. So in spite of all these disturbances, I will try to create opportunity. There's a very interesting story that Vidura tells to Dhritarashtra about the nature of this material world. It's a very famous story. You all would have heard it several times. The story of a man who is walking inside the forest. A tiger started chasing him. So naturally, to save him, he started running. He was running so frantically, he didn't realize there is an elephant trap. He kept his foot on the elephant trap as he was running, and he was about to fall inside that pit. If you all know, elephant trap is like a pretty big hole that is dug on the ground and covered with fake leaves. So the elephant realizes it as a normal plain ground and gets trapped. So this guy running, he was about to fall inside the elephant trap, but somehow he caught hold of a tree branch that was leaning over. So thank God I didn't fall. But the tiger which was chasing him is waiting upstairs or waiting in the place to eat this guy. So this guy is hanging middle way. So he was seeing down, there were snakes and scorpions. So he thought, oh my God, thank God I didn't fall inside. If I had fallen, then I would have got stung by them. So neither he can go up, nor he can fall down. The branch that he was leaning on was being eaten by some black and white rats. Which means the branch is anyway going to break in some time. Even if it does not wish it to be broken, because of the rats eating them, it is going to break in some time. To add to all of these things, the branch in which he was leaning on, there was a honeycomb. And because of this guy shaking the branch, so many of the honeybees, they started flying and started stinging this guy. Which means he need not even wait till the branch to be broken by the rats. Anyway, because of the stinging, he is going to give up. He can't go up. He can't go down. Anyway, he's going to fall in some time. Honeybees are stinging him. Amongst all these circumstances, from the honeycomb, because of him shaking, honey droplets started dripping. And what this guy was doing? He's sticking his tongue out to catch, to aim at the droplets that were dripping from the honeycomb. Vidura is explaining to Dhritarashtra about the nature of this material world. He was explaining how this human form of life is surrounded by various agents, various challenges in the form of relatives, in the form of death, in the form of disease, in the form of so many obstacles. And amongst all these things, if you are trying to search for happiness amongst this, it is like this guy trying to search for the droplets of honey. The story has got much more components, but I want to stop that story and continue to this context saying that act of sticking his tongue out to search the droplets of honey is called creating opportunity or find an enjoyment even amongst sufferings. This is the nature of the materialistic person. But what is called creating opportunity, the best example is our friend Parikshit Maharaj. When death was approaching, he decided that he didn't take that, he just took immediate decision. Resolved that I am going to sit and hear Srimad Bhagavatam. So we have several examples for creating opportunity. There is no need of availing opportunity example. There are plenty. Here, all of us, we avail opportunity comes our way. What is about losing opportunity? Karna was given the offer. Karna denied, saying that I am attached to certain principles of my life. Principles of life are very good only till they are favorably serving Krishna. If the principles are against serving Krishna, what is the value of the principle? Is it serving Krishna or the principle is serving Krishna? If your principle is helping serving Krishna, great. If your principle is going to take you away from Krishna, how that principle is good for us? So he was stuck to modern day or those days morality over devotion, over righteousness. So, losing opportunity. How many of us would have lost wonderful opportunities in our life because of our stupid so-called decisions? How many people came so close to Srila Prabhupada, but then did not make it? So it is extremely important for us to understand this context called opportunity. So we should definitely be ready to create opportunities for glorifying the Supreme Personality of Godhead, because Krishna is very kind. Our little endeavor in this path is going to be very much appreciated. So, my second reflection is about samprapte. So, in our life, when one gets the opportunity, instead we should, when one is able to create an opportunity. When we have, that is what is our friend Kulasekara Alvar, King Kulasekara is telling. What is saying? That my life is healthy, my intelligence is proper, my surroundings are all okay. When everything is very nice, So please, my dear Lord, allow me to perform this devotional service. Aradhanam pratidinam kurumam mukunda. There is one more alvar. துப்புடையாரை அடைவதெல்லாம் சோர்விடத்து துணையாவரென்றே ஒப்பிலேனாகின் உனை அடைந்தேன் யானைக்கு நீ அருள் செய்தவன் எய்து என்னை வந்து நலியும் போது அங்கு ஏதும் நான் உன்னை நினைக்க மாட்டேன் அப்போதைக்கு இப்போதே சொல்லி வைத்தேன் அரங்கத்தரவனே பள்ளியானே. This is a prayer by an alvar, a pasuram in Tamil, which means when I am sick, when I am in the deathbed, when I am going to be crippled, when I have challenges in my life, when I am in troubled state, அங்கு ஏதும் நான் உன்னை நினைக்க மாட்டேன். I may not be able to remember you at that time. அப்போதைக்கு இப்போதே சொல்லி வைத்தேன் அரங்கத்தரவனே பள்ளியானே. So instead of at that time, when I am going to be crippled, when I am going to be in difficult state, I will not be able to remember you. So now I am in the better state. Let me chant your holy name and try to, create some brownie points for me. Harinarayana, 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 Narayana. Let me chant the name of Narayana. Why? நுந்துடலும் கிழமாகி தளர்ந்து நோயில் நொடுங்கிடும் போது விக்கி நாவும் குளறிய போது மனம் எண்ணிடுமோ தெரியாது தெரியாது அன்றுன்னை கூவிட இன்றழைத்தேன் சச்சிதானந்தனே ஹரிநாராயணா. Meaning, my tongue will not be able to chant your name. My consciousness will not be able to be in the right frame of mind. My relatives will be crying. I'll have so much of pain. According to Garuda Purana, when somebody is leaving this body, the amount of pain in general, not for the devotees, the amount of pain a person, experiences is 10,000 scorpion stinging a person at one time. All 10,000 scorpions at one time, if they sting, what's the amount of pain a person will experience? That's called death pain. There are some pains we don't remember. We'll have to take it from scripture. So this is one such pain. I don't remember, Prabhu. How can I validate this? You cannot validate this. Just believe what Shastra says. So hence my second point is, as a practicing devotee, one should learn to create opportunities. And if I can say this, Vidhivat Patre mean become a suitable person by taking directions from the spiritual master and Shastra so that you are able to be properly situated. So Shastra are readily available to give us direction, and there are Vaishnavas who are ready to help you teach Shastras. So please take both of their help and try to create opportunities, and Subhasya Shigram, do it now. That is why Krishna consciousness is an activity which is not just a part of life. Krishna consciousness should be our way of life. Way of life meaning in every walks of our life can we include Krishna consciousness. The third and last reflection from this current context is about the list of personalities that are associated here. First of all, a Brahmana is asked to do all these things is because he is supposed to lead the society by his own personal example. One of the important components of the society is the person's acquired wealth. That is the modern day scenario. That's not how Varnashrama system was there. When Varnashrama system was properly situated, a Brahmana was never allured of money, was never allured of power or position, was never allured of sense gratification. He was always attracted towards those things which will draw him towards righteousness and spirituality. I was hearing a class or a speech by Gaur Gopal Prabhu. He made a very interesting point. He mentioned about 6 types of courages. Physical courage, social courage, moral courage, emotional courage, intellectual courage, and spiritual courage. So, what is the spiritual courage is all about? Spiritual courage means I am ready to do everything in my life to live with purpose and meaning, and everything else is aligned for that. So a Brahmana, a Vaishnava, he is attracted towards the time. So a Brahmana, for saving his time, for utilizing his time towards his spiritual activities, he will do anything. So we are working on a project to make a Krishna conscious version of psychometric test. Because there's a big challenge nowadays, parents keep asking, is that how to identify whether I am a Brahmana, whether my child is a Kshatriya. So one of the activities is to go through a kind of a formal scientific test to assess, am I swinging towards more Brahminical? Because you should know whether you are Brahminical or Kshatriya nature or you are Vaishya nature. Nothing is right or wrong. But at least if you know what is your fundamental nature, then you can dovetail that nature in Krishna's service. There is a Vaishya Brahmana, Vaishya Vaishnava also. There is a Shudra Vaishnava also. In the 6th canto of Bhagavatam, Prabhupada uses the word called Sudra Mahajana. So, the kind of function is based on directly associated with who you are. So the reason I was bringing this point is, a Brahmana will try to align his life for the time that he has towards the purpose of his living. He will reduce power, money, sense gratification are secondary for him. But if a person is Kshatriya in nature, or somebody who swings towards administrative, for him to get power, he will compromise anything. For getting power, he is ready to spend time. He will be ready to spend money. He will be ready to forego some sense gratificatory things. He wants power. If somebody is a Vaishya, for him, for getting money, he will do anything. Time, power, sense gratification, everything he will trade if he was going to get money. For a Shudra, he will trade everything in life for sensual pleasure. Sensual pleasure is superlative. There are classes below than Shudra. We are not even touching that at this point. There are Chandala, Mlecha, Yavana. There are so many classifications we can go on and on. Which means they are further down to this ladder. But I am saying that the natural tendency of a person who is a Brahmana is supposed to walk that path and guide others. That is why in one of the places you would have read that Chanakya Pandita was given an offer by Chandragupta. Chandragupta Maurya said that I will take care of your entire expenses and give you, salary. You stay with me. Chanakya Pandita said, no, I will not take salary from you. If I take salary from you, I cannot be giving true feedback to you. I cannot scold you. I cannot correct you because of me taking money from you. I may try to favor you. So my third reflection is that the kind of activities that are described in these 2 verses, there are more nectar in this chapter. But the idea is that how a Brahmana should utilize the resources and stay put and encourage everyone to follow them. That is why Purusha Sukta says, Brahmanosya mukamasid bahura janya kritaha. Brahmanas are the mouthpiece of the Lord. In the sense, in the Varnashrama society, Brahmanas are the head of the society. And Kshatriyas are the arms of the society. Vaishyas are the bellies of the society, and Shudras are the leg. And if Varnashrama system is to be established, a Brahmana should lead. And how a Brahmana should lead? If he doesn't serve Vaishnava, if he doesn't serve Vishnu, if he doesn't serve demigods, if he doesn't serve everyone, every dependent, if he doesn't show by his own personal example, what if this guy is trying to swindle everything and try to fill his own belly? Like the modern day Brahmana, who is just a Janayudari but doesn't have any sense of Brahmana qualities. It's called Brahma Bandhu. In the previous chapter, you all would have discussed. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj gives a superb story for that. Badam Banga Shaligram Sange. Kali Yuga Brahmana is that person. For him to break, Badam, he may use Shaligram because he doesn't have faith in Shaligram. He is just a Brahmana for the sake of Dakshina, for the collection, for the money. So the third aspect of these two verses that I want to say here is that how a Brahmana is the one who is expected to lead by example, not mislead the society, as Srila Prabhupada is writing here, by using the word Daridra Narayana, by using all those, cooked up stories, by all those misconstrued ideologies. That's not a Brahmana's job. That's crooked men's job. Maybe for other materialistic reasons, people may use crookedness as a strategy, but a Brahmana can never use crookedness as a strategy because he's supposed to lead the society. He's supposed to guide the society. He's supposed to show by his own personal example. That is why Srila Prabhupada's, one of the glorious part of Srila Prabhupada's, preaching is his courage. So a Brahmana will have spiritual courage as well as intellectual courage. They will be able to speak the truth without a tinge of fear because they know if I speak this truth, I am doing righteousness to the society. So these are the three sets of reflections and some thoughts associated with this current context. So a person who is trying to inherit Varnashrama Dharma or trying to apply Varnashrama Dharma or trying to work on Varnashrama project or trying to at least be a sincere human being should be able to learn to assess himself, know where does he swing the most. It's not a very easy task. As I said, we are working on a project and maybe sometime we will publish them. But it is important at least to follow a Brahmana, follow a righteous person so that you are not misdirected. Grantraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Nitai Gaura Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. If there are any questions, comments, or reflections, I'll be happy to respond.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, actually. And we are very delighted to have you on this Bhagavatam class. I think it's been a long time. We usually get you at Chaitanya Bhagavat, but this Bhagavatam class was also very relishing, Prabhuji. As usual, with all your realizations, and also you gave the stories with all your realizations. It was very easy to understand also, Prabhu. Thank you so much for this class. And devotees, any questions or realizations for Prabhuji? Please go ahead. I just like your second realization you said about creating opportunity. That's what we are, means like in this mundane world, means in this Kali Yuga, every moment we have to create an opportunity to do bhakti. So means like people are creating opportunity to live in this mundane world. Means I'm saying about the common people, like how we can progress, how we can earn more, how we can go with other people, means like tours or somewhere else. So same way, but we have to endeavor for our bhakti also. That was really very helpful to understand with the stories which you gave also, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
All glory to Prabhupada. Okay, any questions,
Okay.
comments? If there is none, yeah, any critiques or complaints, I'm okay to take that also.
Yeah. I don't see any hand raise. Devotees, any questions or realizations for Prabhuji?
Okay, there's none. So we can end the session.
I think everyone is relishing the class, Prabhu, because with all your realizations and the stories. Thank you so much once again, Prabhu. So we don't have any hand raise, but we have a heart from Manjari Leela Mataji saying about the class was very wonderful. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, once again from all of us, and we are very grateful for your association, and we want your association in this Bhagavatam class also in future. So devotees, let's pay our obeisances to Prabhuji. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च
वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः।
जय श्रील
जय
प्रभुपाद
की जय।
जय
गिरिधारी प्रभु जी की जय।
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Wonderful
Thank you,
class. Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna.